All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. The Chelsea transfer situation is heating up as the days are running out in this January transfer window. The focus is massively on midfielders and some surprising names that have popped up. I already see a comment from Point 44. Better not get any midfielders this window than get short-term fix. Bissouma is how could you say that? Good to see Christopher. Good to see Valan. Good to see you guys, team. I don't understand how all of a sudden Bissouma is a rubbish player. I literally did. I'm not sure how many of you guys were here when I did a reaction video when Bissouma went to Spurs, because I wanted Bissouma at Chelsea Football Club before he went to Spurs. I thought that was a fantastic move for Spurs. Just because he has not worked out at Spurs, that doesn't mean this guy's a rubbish player. I would more than happily take Bissouma. I know what Bissouma did at Brighton. I used to watch heaps. I still do till now. But during Graham Potter being there, Bissouma was awesome. But Bissouma was literally awesome. How are we now sitting here just because? I mean, recency bias is crazy in football, man. It's crazy. All of a sudden, Bissouma is not a player. Just because Antonio Conte, he's stuffing up. Antonio Conte, we all knew he was never going to make Spurs anything. He was never going to make Spurs win a, silverware. Like, it's Spurs at the end of the day. It's just they don't have it in their DNA. Look at all these managers that have gone there. Jose Mourinho. Do you know what I mean? Antonio Conte. Who else did they have? Who did they have before Antonio Conte? Now I forget. They had Jose, they had Antonio. I'm pretty sure they have other managers as well, and they've just not done well. They've literally just not done well. And Antonio Conte, look, there's so many players in that. Nuno, the Wolves manager. Yeah, it's mad. Poch, of course. But in regards to Bissouma, Antonio Conte has, he's got no idea what he's doing over there anymore. Players like Jed Spence are not getting an opportunity. Players like Bissouma probably needs to start. So yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and bash Bissouma just because of the season that he's having at Spurs. He's not getting a proper shot there. I know what Bissouma is capable of. Now, whether it happens, I would like it on a loan. Like, Spurs are not using Bissouma, we might as well take him on a loan if they're not using him, and just for the time being, see what happens. And once again, another ex-Brighton player, Graham Potter would know everything about Bissouma, absolutely everything about Bissouma. And Caicedo as well, another Brighton player. But might as well get McAllister, might as well get whoever else is available in Brighton. There's a lot of talks about Mitoma at the moment, the striker that they have up front. Obviously, Leandro Trossard's gone to Arsenal Football Club. Here's someone saying Bissouma isn't a Conte DM. Well, okay, so be it. That doesn't mean he's a bad player, though, right? Like, no, by no way or shape that means that he's a bad player. So many players. I remember Jose Mourinho the second time around when he came in to Chelsea Football Club, he didn't rate Juan Mata. He sold Juan Mata. Now, is Juan Mata a bad player? So we need to think about all of that. We can't loan any more players, Miz. Is it because you can only do one? How many loans do we have right now? It's just João Felix. Is it just the one player that we can loan? Oh no, and Zakaria as well. So we got Zakaria and João Felix. Is it just two players on loan? Is that the maximum that we can have? Someone let me know. Balan, thank you so much for the super chat. I feel that Kessie links are false. The journalists are trying to come out with stories to get clicks. Kessie ain't playing and Barca wants a mid. Look, I don't know. Look, Right now, everyone's going to link every midfielder to us because we are desperate for a midfielder. The world knows. The world knows Chelsea are desperate for a midfielder. Every journalist out there will do their level best to link any midfielders with us because it will sell. As you said, it will click. The articles will get the clicks and they will get the money. They'll be able to feed their family. So, you know, people got to do what they got to do. I don't know whether Kessie to Chelsea links are concrete at all, but I don't know. It's mad. It's mad at Chelsea Football Club. Anything is possible. But so far, what we're doing in transfer business is quite good. I'm not even going to lie. We are now focused on a midfielder and hoping before the end of this January window, we get a midfielder. We seriously need one. We're going to talk about all of this. Ladies and gentlemen, nearly 200 of you guys are live after 6 minutes. Smash the like button. Let's get those likes. I would love to see 200 likes whilst we're in the live stream. So that would be fantastic. So smash the like button, get those likes up. And if you're here for the first time, subscribe. We are, only about 800 away from 20,000 subscribers. So let's get there. Let's really, really push together. You love the channel, so let's get the channel up to 20,000, which will be a fantastic milestone. We're going to talk about, as I said, Bissouma. We're going to talk about Caicedo. Apparently, a bid, 55 million bid, has been rejected. It makes me think. Obviously, we're interested in this player, or else why bid, right? But it makes me think we're probably going to go back again. We're going to try and finalize this deal, like. Apparently, Brighton are holding out for 75 million minimum. I'm sure you can get close to the 75, let's say 60 cash, and then the remaining in add-ons. Like, put in add-ons for winning the Premier League, put in add-ons for winning the Champions League over the span of the contract. We're dishing out 7.5-year contracts, right? Apparently, for Madueke is also a 7.5-year contract. So, and there's add-ons on that as well, along with add-ons for Mudryk and many other players. And one of the key add-on is, winning the Premier League. So, if our rivals who we are purchasing these players from don't believe that we could potentially win the league over the span of that contract, then our owners themselves are going to be quite upset. So. We should try and find that add-on. Do you know what? You know what would be the maddest thing, guys? If we do end up winning the league sometime soon, all the different add-ons that we have to pay for all of these players that we're purchasing, it's gonna be mayhem. All the money that you're gonna earn from winning the league or even the Champions League again, let's just say, the add-ons that are gonna be triggered left, right, and center is going to be quite mad. Balan, thank you so much for the super chat. We know CFC has at least 55 million to spend on mid now. Yeah, there you go. We definitely do know that at least 55 million is there. In fact, there's probably more because we're apparently looking for a right back as well. Prometheus, thank you so much for the super chat. I think we will get Caicedo. Let's hope. I think so as well. When you've come this close, 55 million, come on. Now it's just a matter of making sure, okay, how can we get to a middle ground? Really talking to Brighton and go, look, we're not going to give you the 75, but we're going to try and come as close as possible. Let's talk about some add-ons and let's not mess about with this amount of money. Because Brighton, look, there's a large amount of money, this 55 million. You've already got 62 of us with Cucurella, and we gave you Lewa Colwell on loan, who's doing fantastically for you. We even took your manager, who we had to break the contract for 22 million, one of the highest, in terms of expensive managers in football, apparently, like 22 million to break the contract. So you're making money left, right, and center. You're making money from us. So don't lose that opportunity. Top Dog RLG, thank you so much for the super chat. Miz, personally, I would love to see us go for Nico Barella. Nico Barella is a very good player, but you know the thing with these players are, especially from Serie A, the Italian players, they generally don't leave Serie A. They generally stay there. Probably won't happen this month, but he's the profile and caliber of midfielder we need. He's top. Honestly, he is top quality. Salam, Miz. Big up from Malaysia. Wa alaikum assalam, my brother. Good to see you. All right, let's have a look at some of these news. The like button, ladies and gentlemen. If you're here for the first time as well, make sure you subscribe. Okay, so this is the first news that's up at the moment. Chelsea have had an opening bid turned down for Caicedo. He has new agents in next day, so let's see if Chelsea go back with another bid or with an opportunity. So this is coming from Fabrizio Romano. This is from David Ornstein, which was quite late yesterday, UK time. Breaking: Chelsea have had a 55 million bid rejected for Caicedo, far below Brighton's valuation, and they have no interest in letting him leave this January. I'm not sure about far below. Like, I know they're 175, so that's about 20 million. I'm sure we can do some sort of, as I said, some sort of add-ons that can be applied. The plan is that Madueke will complement left winger Mudryk. Chelsea have agreed a 28.8 million deal. That's decent. That's exactly the level of price that I was hoping for Madueke. So that's fine. Chelsea have been forced to consider other options after being told Caicedo will cost more than 65 million. I mean, look, for me, he's a top quality midfielder, man. Honestly, he's a top quality midfielder. I'd pay that money. I mean, 50. If you're looking to go 55 million, you might as well just go that extra 10 and get it done. Like, I would be concerned if we go on 55 million and the player was worth 90 million. Then you'd be like, well, okay, well, that's not a deal. It's not going to happen. But when you're 55 and the rivals are saying minimum 65 with add-ons, let's say 75, then you go that extra little bit to get this player done. And there's so much plus points, in my opinion. Once again, a player that Graham Potter has worked with will completely understand the chemistry should be there from the get-go. The player is an absolute quality player. I mean, we've seen what you guys were saying yesterday. You'd get this player. I mean, live chat, nearly 300 of you guys are live right now. I mean, is Caicedo a yes for you? Is he a yes? Or would you rather a loan, someone like a Bissouma? Or would you rather Frank Kessie from Barcelona, who is apparently on the outer? For me, Caicedo is a top-notch midfielder. You go and get him. You absolutely go and get him. So yeah, that's my opinion. Ryan Mose, good to see you, my man. Ryan, Miz, can you play right back, man? I wish I could play right back. I can't even run for more than 2 minutes anymore. Right back. I'm Aspilicueta, man. I'm Aspilicueta. G11W, 100% yes. There you go. Yes from Ibrahim as well. Shubra is saying, let's push for Caicedo and force Brighton to search for his replacement and then get that replacement. Get everyone. We've even gone back to previous Brighton players, Bissouma as well. So look, sorry saying poll. We'll do a poll some of the time. For the time being, let's leave it as it is. Caicedo has the highest ceiling. Yeah, look, I'm down for Caicedo. I mean, no, man, he's a bit of a stretch. Okay, well, some actually think he's a bit of a stretch. Varela from Boca Juniors is very good. Got no idea who that is. I understand a lot of our fans' concerns, because I think we also have to think about the summer. We can't solve all the problems in one window. I'd rather loan now and get Enzo or Caicedo in the summer. Look, that's absolutely fine, but loan who though? Milo, loan who? I'm thinking if it's a loan opportunity, someone like Bissouma doesn't feature for Spurs, let's loan him. Bissouma for me is a very good player. Like, I'm not even going to hear any other words about him. Like, just because this season it's not worked out for him, but it's all because of Antonio Conte, that don't mean to me that Bissouma is a bad player. Okay, let's check out some more news in regards to the midfield situation. Brighton will let Moses Caicedo go if the terms are met. They won't stop the player from leaving if he wants to go. They want 75 million. I'm not sure yet if Chelsea will go back in, but they might try and make it up in bonuses. This is from Simon Phillips. What else is going on here? Chelsea are considering taking a defensive midfielder on loan. This is from Jacob Steinberg, Fabrizio Romano. All of these guys are saying that is also a possibility. And this one, as we were saying, breaking: Chelsea inquired for Bissouma, but Spurs do not want to sell. Even if Ziyech was involved, I can't believe we were trying to offload Ziyech to them. I don't think Ziyech would want to. I'm not even sure if Ziyech will get any opportunity under Antonio Conte. Not even sure if Ziyech is Antonio Conte type of a player. Was involved. Chelsea could look at Kessie. Caicedo price very, very high. This is coming from Matt Law. In regards to Ziyech, look, I think we can all agree he's not an out-and-out winger. And Antonio Conte really, really wants an out-and-out sort of winger. I don't know whether he really wants sort of like someone who's a right-sided midfielder and who can cut in and come into central areas. I'm not really sure that suits that style of play as well. Do you know what I mean? The way Antonio Conte plays with three at the back. So we've seen how much Ziyech struggle at three at the back. So I'm not really sure if that's going to happen. But in regards to us, trying to see if we can move Spurs a little bit in terms of even a loan, why not for Bissouma? But then again, loan, I'm not sure. Someone has mentioned how many loans can we actually get? We've already got Zakaria, we've already got João Felix. I think I saw Shubra say we could potentially get 3 loans in a season. I'm not sure whether a loan is possible. Ravi, thank you so much for the super chat. Why we don't talk about Silva's contract? He deserves it. That's a strange one. He definitely does deserve it. I'm not really sure exactly why that's not happening. Is it because this is it? This is his last season. But let's see. I mean, hopefully, I would like to see Silva at least another season, man. At least another season. Okay. Valan, once again, thank you so much for the super chat, my man. Low-key Klopp, hope Klopp and Liverpool pull a madness against us. It might allow us to get the midfielder ASAP, maybe even push for a right back, hoping Aspie flops. Nah, man, look. I think we've had enough heart attacks. I think we've had enough issues already this season with losses. I don't need another one to trigger something off. The owners, the manager, they know exactly what needs to happen. We've lost enough. We've drawn enough. It's time to win. It is time to win. Liverpool is a fantastic opportunity for us to get a victory against them. They're in the mud. They're absolutely in the mud. And I know it's away from home, but I think they're there for the taking. They're really there for the taking. And if we play with a bit of bravery, with a bit of courage, I think we can get the 3 points there. At least a draw. But it's high time. It's high time for Graham Potter to get a victory against a top club. And I still consider Liverpool as a top 6 club. Even though Liverpool are not in the top 6 region, we're not in the top 6 region. I still consider us being part of that top 6. So it's time. It's time for Graham Potter to get a victory. And I think, once again, what a morale-boosting situation it's going to be for the entire fan base and the team. So it's prudent. It's absolutely prudent we get this victory. Silva will sign the extension. Don't worry. It's not priority because he's likely to stay. Hopefully that is the case. Ms. Hey, how do you feel about Kone? Look, I've not watched him. I'm not sure exactly what to say about him, but I know a lot of you guys have watched him and you guys rate him. And I trust you guys. Not every one of you guys, but majority. When majority are saying that Kone is the real deal, I trust that because, I rather, when there's a majority backing a particular player, rather that. Big Ooze, Miz, I don't think Chelsea should get stuck now with Caicedo. Brighton won't agree below 75 million, and January is also ending, so we should consider other options. Caicedo is good enough. Now, okay, everyone's talking about other options. Give me some other options. The options that's getting floated around, ladies and gentlemen, is, well, they are, recently Bissouma, Frank Kessie. I don't know about whether Southampton's open to sell Romeo Lavia. Who else have we been interested in recent times? Edson Alvarez. Give me some names. Who's your preference? For me, Caicedo, man. I'd honestly pay that extra bit for Caicedo. Caicedo is the number 1 pick for me. T1, thank you so much for the super chat, my man. We should just get all our targets now and use the rest of the season as preseason. Get our formations and patterns down packed so we can hit the ground running in the preseason. I absolutely agree. Like if a lot of people are talking about this guy, Zubimendi. Yeah, I need to watch a little bit of Real Sociedad. People are talking about Zubimendi. Need to see him. I mean, do you guys rate him? Let me know if you guys rate him. Shubra is saying promote Andre Santos. Nah, man, too early. Way too early. Way too early. I think he needs to develop a little bit more. Should Chelsea sign Amrabat as well? There's Max saying Amrabat. That's a good shout. I'm not gonna lie, that definitely is a good shout. But yeah, T1, I agree with you. Get the targets now and get the first choice as well, the ones that you really want. I think Caicedo is our first choice in midfield. We should really, really go for that. Go for that player as opposed to settling for someone else. When it's especially like if we bid 55 million already, might as well go that extra little bit to get that player. Unless if as I said, if the difference was massive, where Brighton's asking for 90 and we're giving 55, well, then it's no deal. But when it's close, I think you go for it. Everyone knows that the only way Chelsea are going to score is through Mudryk. That Johnny hasn't played football for 59 days. Havertz audition for Bayern. Yeah, there's some news about Bayern, Valen, by the way. Thank you so much for the super chat once again. Really, really appreciate all the super chat that people provide. Thank you heaps. In regards to Havertz, there's some news. I didn't want to cover it now because it's for the summer, but I think it's going to start amplifying a lot more. Kai Havertz, if he doesn't perform till the end of this season, there's a good chance he's going to go. And look at all the players that we're bringing in now. Kai Havertz's position, it's under threat. It's definitely under threat. There's no doubts about that. Tim B, thank you so much for the super chat. I need Mudryk to skim Trent and score. Honestly, I hope he starts, man. I really do. He's been training. There's a lot of training pictures that's circulating around. Really would like to see that work out. Robbie saying Enzo Leafy. By the way, guys, who is this player? Enzo Leafy. So many have been DMing me about this particular player. Enzo Leafy. Who is this guy? Can someone let me know? Who is this brother? Size just shared something. The next player Chelsea are targeting is Dusan Vlahovic via Calcio Mercato. I mean, look, these Italian publications and Italian links, they'll do anything to link up any of the Serie A players to us. Look, I'm not really sure. I mean, I think we are interested, but do we need this guy right now? Right now is all about midfielders and it's all about a right back. Is this who we need now? I don't think so, man. I honestly don't think so. That's the one that we need. So I'm absolutely okay if we don't get him for the time being. But yeah, let me know who Enzo Leafy is, ladies and gentlemen. I have no idea who this guy is. Kone, Thuram, Lavia, Zubimendi, Nunez, Enzo Leafy. Everyone is talking about this Enzo Leafy. Onahi from Morocco. Onahi, I don't really think he's a defensive midfielder, though. I think he's a number 8. He's a good number 8, but I'm not really sure if he's a defensive midfielder. Balak CFC, good to see you, my man. This is what the new recruitment structure needs to do. Find us some unknown quantity. So far, they are still just targeting obvious players. I mean, look, you're not gonna, these guys have just come in. I'm not gonna beat them up right now to find those unknown quantities. I think I think they've done pretty well in terms of the unknown quantities, like the youngsters that we've signed. Like, you would have to say those are unknown quantities. Madueke, like, how many people knew about Madueke? I think that's an unknown quantity as well. So I think these guys have done all right, man. I'm not gonna bash these people who are in charge at the moment for the job that they're doing so far in January. Top Dog RLG, thank you once again for the super chat. You think it's valid concern that Caicedo could just be performing well in the team that is extremely well oiled and the players have a lot of chemistry? Think Drinkwater when he came from Leicester. Look, but isn't that what we want from our team? Good chemistry, well-oiled machine. It's almost as if we're saying our team's not like that and potentially will never be like that. So we need different type of a player. We don't want players that are operating really good in a particular system. We don't want to bring them in. We want to be able to bring in certain players that are not doing well at all because we're not doing well. So let's bring them in. It doesn't work like that, man. Look, I hear what you're saying about Danny Drinkwater, but these type of players, like, if we keep thinking that this is what's going to happen to us, then we might as well not even bother. Do you know what I mean? If we are fearful about these things, they can happen. But look, Danny Drinkwater, when we bought him during, I think, Antonio Conte time, I never rated that. Like, Danny Drinkwater was a good player, but I never wanted him. I'm pretty sure Conte wanted Raja Nyangalan from Roma back in those days. And he was his first choice, and he at that time was a very, very good player. I don't think anyone wanted Danny Drinkwater, to be honest, but Danny Drinkwater is who we ended up with. Enzo Leafy's quality Mies plays for Lorient. There you go. French Verratti plays for Lorient. He's pretty good but short. Mies, I have a question. The players we signed, can we register them UCL? Last I saw, we can, but we do need to get rid of a few players. Apparently, we do need to get rid of a couple of players to open up some room. This is why the links of Ziyech, Gallagher, Ruben Loftus-Cheek to leave our football club is materializing. So, we can. It's just we do need to get rid of players. And I've got no issues in getting rid of players. I think we do need to get rid of players. We're now too bulked up. Locatelli and Paulinho would be good shouts. I want this new structure to do some scouting and find us gems. Fair enough. Now I'm worried that we're just going to panic buy a midfielder at the end of the window, and it's the same situation like Zach or Arthur Miller at Liverpool. Look, no more panic buys. Let's not do panic buys. But in regards to Zakaria, I think in the last few matches before he got injured, I think it was starting to look all right. He was actually starting to look all right. Eventually enough, it was starting to work out. Sad that he got injured and looks like he's going to be out for a month. So, look, but yeah, I hear you. I don't want us to then just go out and get someone randomly. But the midfielders so far that we've been linked with, in the likes of Caicedo more specifically, that's a top quality player. I would love to bring him in at Chelsea Football Club. Even Bissouma, it's a slight link so far, and it's from Matt Law. Bissouma is quality, in my opinion. In my opinion, Bissouma is quality. Frank Kessie, look, he's all right as well. I'm not going to lie. At AC Milan, he was doing the bits. At Barcelona, it just didn't work out. But I can't see that happening. I don't know whether that's just a name that's been thrown around. But yeah, Yunus Musa is a very good player as well. I think he plays for Valencia. I'm not really sure whether there's any links at the moment with Yunus Musa, like concrete links, like I'm talking about David Ornstein or Matt Law. I don't think any of these guys have talked about it. Looks like the injuries have made it that players will leave in the summer instead of January. Look, some still need to leave this January. I need them to be gone. If we can get rid of Ruben Loftus-Cheek, if we can even get rid of Gallagher, if we can get rid of Ziyech, let's do it. If we can't play Ziyech enough, that's the thing. Like, I would hate it to see Ziyech leave, but if we can't play him enough, then let's not even bother. Bissouma is quality. For me, he's definitely quality. Zakaria is another injury-prone player, 100% correct. Krunic, don't know who that guy is, but I'm pretty sure you guys will know and you guys will tell me. Ms. Amrabat, 100% is a top one. Tyler Adams is a top one. Tyler Adams. I'll be interested to see how long he stays at Leeds. He's actually quality. He's actually a quality defensive midfielder. He's gritty, combative, very good on the ball, aggressive as well, good reader of the play. He anticipates what's going to happen. Leader as well. I like Tyler Adams, man. I don't know why we're not getting linked with Tyler Adams. That's a very, very good shout. When the World Cup was happening, that's when I got to watch Tyler Adams a lot. And I was saying, we should think about getting that guy. Really should. People all of a sudden don't rate Bissouma because Antonio Conman has ruined him. Let Bissouma play ball. He'll cook. Exactly, Bella FCFC. It's mad. It's mad how people don't rate this guy anymore. It's as if we've forgotten what this guy was killing at Brighton. He was single-handedly controlling midfield. I still remember that game against Spurs, Brighton versus Spurs, where Brighton beat them. It was all Bissouma. It was all Bissouma. And it's mad how all of a sudden people don't rate him. All right, ladies and gentlemen, smash the like button. We've got over 450 people live right now, so please smash the like button. And if you're here for the first time, subscribe. We are trying to aim for 200 likes in the live stream, so let's get there. We can do this very easily. Only about 70 odd or 80 odd to get. Easily can be done. All right, check this out. Chelsea wants Madueke for Liverpool. Ambitious target, but his medical is booked for tomorrow. I can see him being in the bench. Does he start? I don't think so. I don't think Madueke is that level of a player like Mudryk, who starts immediately. Like for me, Mudryk starts. He starts. Much like João Felix. Like these players, they start immediately. Let's get it going. Do you know what I mean? We don't have time to waste. Whereas Madueke, I think off the bench opportunities probably the way to go initially. No need to rush him into starting. Can we have him off the bench? That would be brilliant to have that ability to, unleash a quick player off the bench in the likes of Madueke. So I would love that. I would absolutely love that. Hopefully that's the case. Announcement tomorrow. If the announcement's tomorrow, then probably not. Well, sorry, today. If the announcement's today, I think we should be able to do it by tomorrow. We really should be. Madueke is a baby. He's 20 years old. Exactly. We shouldn't rush this kid. Smash the like button, guys. Come on. T1, thank you so much for the super chat, my man. Always appreciate it. I have a feeling Potter is satisfied with our midfield because he thinks he can transform players like Carney, Santos, Mount, etc. into an overperforming mid. I would like to see Chukwuemeka in midfield a lot more. I know he's been deployed in wings and he plays really well in the wings as well. No doubts about that. I think his quality in midfield would be awesome. Really would be. Mount in midfield, yes, of course, he already plays, but I want him to be more deeper and more involved in the first phase and a little bit more involved in defensive side of the things. That he needs to change his game style. He needs to change his game style and, really sort of sneak into the final third and just outside the box. That's what I want to see from Mount. But Mount plays too further forward. That's the issue for me. Andre Santos, I think currently he's in Brazil. He's playing for Brazil under 23s, I believe, or under 21s. So I don't think Andre Santos is going to be a player that's going to be in the main squad. I think he'll start from the development and then slowly but surely he'll make in to Chelsea first team. Hopefully. Valant, once again, thank you so much for the super chat, my man. Miz, Noni is only 20 years old. I thought he was 23. No, he's only 20. He's only 20. He's a kid. He really is a kid. But I think I did a show for Alex Goldberg earlier today. Hopefully, if you guys are subscribers of Alex's podcast, I did a show with Euro Expert, and it was a special, like about 20 minutes. Alex wanted me to host with Euro Expert. I got to learn a lot about Madueke. Like this kid, he had offers from when he was young. When he was in Spurs, before going to PSV. Like he had offers from Man United. He had offers from many teams. He left all of that, and apparently his mum is a single mum. Took his mum. He's all alone in Netherlands, in PSV, and he worked his backside off over there. Obviously, there's been some injuries, and Euro Expert was saying some of these injuries, if you have a look, they're not really your ACLs or any major ones. Just some niggly injuries here and there, and they're hoping that he's all over that at the moment. But yeah, Euro Expert was saying like this boy's character, like he's a brave kid. There's a lot to like about this kid's character. Like apparently he was killing it at Spurs in the academy. He was absolutely killing it for them. So look, let's see what happens, man. Miz, off topic again, but I watched AC Milan versus Inter Milan in Super Cup final, and Leao concerns me. Sometimes he feels very loose and laid back with and without the ball. Kavica, I'm going to call him Kavica because I find it very difficult to pronounce his last name. Seems more intent to me. How many times have I said it on this channel about Rafael Leao? I've said I've watched Rafael Leao a few times. Excellent player. When he's with the ball, at times he looks unbelievable, unstoppable. But there's concerns for me with Rafael Leao's work rate off the ball, and sometimes his attitude when he doesn't feel like playing, he won't play. He won't play. Literally wouldn't play. So there are concerns. Prometheus, thank you so much for the super chat, my man. Scattergun or well-planned transfers, your opinion? I think it's well-planned. To be honest, it initially looked scattergun, but check out, I don't know if you're on Twitter, check out PYS's tweet from last night. It really puts out, there's been thought around every player that we've been getting. Obviously now the focus is midfield, next up right back. And as I keep saying, sometimes it feels all negative for us because we don't win. We've been losing heavily. This is important. The more we win, everything's going to start looking a bit rosy, in all honesty. So right now, at times, there are certain things that are very difficult for us to grasp, but I don't think it's all scattergun. It isn't all scattergun. If you really deep it, look at the kind of wingers that we're getting. Mudryk, 1v1 specialist. Madueke, 1v1. That's what we lack. We lack wingers that are able to take on the opposition. João Felix, creativity. We lack that. Do you know what I mean? Like Badiashile, we wanted a centre back. Potentially Aspilicueta, Thiago Silva. All of these people are going to go. I don't know how long Koulibaly will stick around. So it's not all scattergun. And now, obviously, midfielder, we're looking for a right back. So I think it's fine. But as I said, wins just make it that much better. Arugano, thank you so much for the super chat. No Red Bull link, RB link, sorry, Red Bull. No, I'm thinking about Red Bull Leipzig. No right back linked. The owners are legit clowns. Wow. I hope we get it. If we don't get it, I'll be surprised. I'm not going to go out there and say these owners are clowns. I think they're doing their level best to bring Chelsea Football Club to those top levels as it once used to be. Let me see. I was going to showcase one more. Yeah, obviously this one, ladies and gentlemen. Bayern Munich are watching Kai Havertz's situation at Chelsea very closely. A move could happen in the summer for 35 to 52 million. I think. Look, this particular player probably needs to move on in Bundesliga. If it doesn't happen for the remainder of the season, if he doesn't perform, I think it's prudent that he goes back to Bayern Munich, and it's prudent for us to sell and recoup some money. There's no point in just keeping him on the wages that he's on as well. He's eating up a lot of wages, and if you're not delivering at that level, it's just not worth it. Top Dog RLG, thank you so much for the super chat. I hear what you're saying, Miz, but I think 75 million plus is too much for a DM that doesn't have proven pedigree at top level, in my opinion. I mean, what more top level do you want than the Premier League? He plays for Ecuador as well. Ecuador was in the World Cup. Like, you'd have to say that's top quality. I don't know whether you mean, a player from a top 6 club. We don't necessarily need a player from the top 6 club always. So I personally think Caicedo is genuinely a very, very good, very, very good midfielder. All right, we're going to slowly wrap things up. Smash the like. We've got over 500 people live right now, 146 likes. It would be amazing to get 200 likes during the live stream before we end up. Literally only about 53 more likes to go. I think we can easily get that. So it would be absolutely brilliant if you guys can do that for me. Let's take a few more comments before we wrap things up. Beautiful news. Get him out, but can't wait for our fans to say it was a mistake to sell him when he stat pads against highlights in the Bundesliga. Yeah, absolutely. Trust me, so many people will say that when Kai Havertz starts getting hat-tricks after hat-tricks for Bayern Munich. But we know the real deal. Pritham, thank you so much for the super chat. Check out Coop Minez. I think I pronounced that right. DM for Atalanta. I've seen him play for Netherlands. He's all right. But I've not watched him enough to make a astute judgment. For me, it's Caicedo. I think that's the one that we want. That's the one we should be, it seems like that's the number one choice. That is the number one choice. We should go for it. Some people are talking anyhow because they are Arsenal fans. Perhaps they're Arsenal fans. Forever Gunners, we are talking about something serious. I like how we say these new signings will require quality around them to be good. None of that gets mentioned for Kai and Mount. See, the issue with Kai and Mount is they themselves are not good enough. If they were quality, I could potentially say, yeah, they need quality around them. They themselves are big issues. their quality is not good enough right now unless they can improve. So it's a bit different. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap things up. I hope you guys have enjoyed this live stream. If you're here for the first time, make sure you subscribe and get those likes up. It would be lovely to get well over 200 likes. We're wrapping things up. Any more than that, obviously, is always a bonus. I shall see you guys potentially alive. We'll probably do a live. Let's see if Ryan is available as well. I've reached out to him. Obviously, Chelsea are playing Liverpool in the weekend. It's the first match of the weekend on Saturday, UK time, midday. So we probably will do the next video as the preview for that. And I'm hoping Ryan will be there and we'll do it as a live. So do look out for that sometime in the UK evening, approximately around, 7:30 p.m. Let's see, around that time. That's probably the best sort of time slot for me. So yeah, do look out for that. Until next time, everyone. Take care. See ya.